Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're talking about how you could play a song by the Beatles called Hello, Goodbye. And we're going to start on a D minor chord. And when we play D minor, first finger is going to go to the high E on the first fret, second finger is going to go to the G string on the second fret, the third finger is going to go to the B string on the third fret. And if you kind of strum just the D, G, B, and E, kind of the skinny four strings, that sounds a D minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And then from the D minor, we're going to go into a C major chord. When we play C major, first finger is going to go to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the D string on the second fret, third finger on the A string on the third fret. And if you strum just the A string to the high E string, that'll get you your clearest sound with that. And that sounds a C major chord. It sounds really heavy. And then from the C major, we're going to be going to a G major chord. When we play G major, first finger is going to go to the A string on the second fret, second finger is going to go to the low E on the third fret, and third finger is going to go to the high E on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the G major, we're going to be going to an A minor chord. The way you play an A minor, first finger is going to go to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the D string on the second fret, and third finger on the G string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really sad. And then from the A minor, we're going to go back to G major, and then we go back to A minor, and then we go to G major, and then we go into a somewhat debatable change, but I kind of like this particular version. And we're going to do a G major, and then kind of half that with something called a G7 chord. And when you play G7, first finger is going to go to the high E on the first fret, second finger on the A string on the second fret, third finger on the low E string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G7. It sounds really, really nasty, but it's kind of supposed to. And then from the G7, we're going to go to an F major chord. And if you know the bar F major, we'll talk about an easy substitute in a minute. But if you know the bar, you do first finger across the whole first fret, second finger on the G string, second fret, third finger on the A string, third fret, and the pinky on the D string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. But if you're just starting out and you just want to avoid bar chords, you can substitute in something called F major 7. When we play F major 7, first finger is going to go to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the G string on the second fret, third finger on the D string on the third fret. And if you strum just the D, G, B, and E, that sounds an F major 7. It sounds really, really happy. So that's our verse through the tune. Actually, it's kind of that D minor, C major, G major, A minor, G major, A minor, and then G major, G, G7, F, and then we'll be going into our chorus part. Now there are a couple different strumming options actually that you could kind of use with the song. One of my favorite 4/4 strum patterns is a down, down, up, up, down, up. So you could do that, and we could kind of work that on the D minor just to kind of try that a lot. So D minor with a down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now the weird part with that particular strum pattern is at the very end where we get to that G, G7, F, we'll end up just kind of halving the strum pattern on each of those chords. We'll just be doing a down, down up on each one. So we tried our strum pattern through the verse. We'd have D minor with a down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, 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 G, down, 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 G, down, down, G7, down, down, F, down, down, and then we'll be going into our chorus part. Now, another way to kind of work it actually is kind of, if you follow the piano part, actually, it's more of kind of a 4 on the floor kind of thing. So, and I say 4 on the floor, it's really 8s because it's kind of 8/8 notes. So you'd be thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm just doing that with downs. You could do that with down up 2 if you kind of dig on that. So if we tried that through our verse, the weird part is our halving part. So we have G, just kind of 4 hits on our G, G7, 4 hits on the F. So we tried that strum pattern through our verse. We have D minor with the down, C, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, up, down, up, down, G, down, up, down, A minor, G, G7, F. So we want to play around with that. Now later on in the song, it almost kind of feels like you would do kind of a down, down, up, down, down, up. So if we kind of dig on that instead, you do kind of D minor with a down, down, up, down, down, C, down, chorus, we start on C major. There's a lot more halving actually through this part, so we'll kind of be working with a down, down, up, kind of to half a lot of these chords. But we start on C, and then we go to a G, and then we go to an A minor, G, but then we go to the F, and then there's a change to an A flat major chord. Now there's a couple ways that we can actually kind of work an A flat major actually. One really interesting, cool, strange, bizarre trick would be to take the F major 7. If you're just starting out, this might be kind of a cool option for you. And if you take that shape and slide it all the way up to 4th, 5th, and 6th fret, and you might want to avoid the high E string. It'll sound really nasty. But if you kind of strum just the D, G, B, and E, or the D, G, and B, and kind of avoid the E, or you might want to take your first finger and strum over it, or you might like the sound of that minor second. That flat 2 going on between the E flat and the E makes it sound really nasty. But it's a very quick change, so you could kind of work that as kind of the F, A flat, and nobody might know the wiser. Now another way to play A flat major would be doing it as the bar. So if you're doing the bar F, you could take that whole shape and slide it up to 4th fret. So now I got a bar across the entire 4th fret, 2nd finger on the G string, 5th fret, 3rd finger on the A string, 6th fret, pinky on the D string 6, and that's another way you could kind of play A flat major. So there's a couple different options there for that chord. And then from there, we almost kind of start that over again back to C, G, A minor, G, and then we do the F, A flat, and then we end up back on our C chord. Now most of those chords are going to half, so we could kind of work just a down, down through everything except for that last C. So we tried it that way. We'd have C with a down, down, G, down, down, A minor, down, down, G, down, down, F, down, down, A flat, down, down, C, down, down, G, down. Now another way you could kind of vary that is to kind of take your halving where you're doing down, down, up and kind of make it a down, 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 up, which could be interesting. C with kind of a down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. So we tried that through our chorus. We'd have C, G, A minor, G, F, A flat, C, G, A minor. Or if you're kind of digging on that down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, that C can be kind of a cool thing to work too. Now from there we'll be going back into our verse. Now, one other thing I would think about adding to the song though is bass notes. And a lot of times on that very first down of the down, down, up, down, you could throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the D minor, instead of doing down, down, up, down, you can make a kind of a bass down, up, down. And on the C you'd have the A string for your bass. On the D minor you got the D string for your bass. On the G, you'd have the low E string for your bass. And on the A minor, we'd have the A string for the bass. So A bass, down, up, down. On the F bar, you'd be doing the low E string for your bass. And if you're doing the F major 7, you'd have the D string for your bass. Now later on, when we get to the A flat major, if you're kind of working that as kind of the F major 7 shape, you may want to keep the D string for your bass on that. And if you're doing the full bar A flat, you'd have the low E string for your bass on that, just like the F chord, and a very similar shape through that. So if we tried that through our first part, the weird part is where we get to that kind of the G with the low E bass, G7 with the low E bass, and then the F with kind of your bass down at the very end. So we're kind of halving things and making a bass down up for those 3 chords. So we tried our verse with our bass down, up, down, up. We'd have D minor with the D bass down, up, down, C with an A bass down, up, down, G with low E bass down, up, down, A minor with an A bass down, down, G with low E bass down, up, down, A minor with an A bass down, down, G with low E bass down, down, G with low E bass down, G7 low E bass down, F with the bass down, and then we'd be going into our chorus part. So if we took that idea and applied it to our chorus, one really cool, interesting change actually is on that first G chord that we hit after the C chord, it almost sounds like a B would be in the bass, and that's called G/B. So on that particular chord, you may want to use the A string for your bass on that first G chord. So we kind of tried it through our chorus that way. We'd end up halving a lot of things, so we have just bass down up on most of our chords. So we have C with an A bass, down up, G/B with an A bass, down up, A minor with an A bass, down up, G with low E bass, down up, F with low E bass, down up, A flat with low E bass, down up, C with an A bass, down up, G/B with an A bass, down up, A minor with an A bass, down up, bass, down to the bass, down, up, down, up. Now if you're kind of digging on that kind of down, 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 up idea that we were working on earlier, you could kind of make that kind of a bass, bass, down, bass, bass, down, through this part, which could be kind of a cool thing to try. So if we gave that a shot, we have C with a bass, bass, down, G slash B with an A bass, A minor with an A bass, G with low E bass, F with low E bass, A flat with low E bass, C with an A bass, G slash B with an A bass, A minor with an A bass, G with low E bass, F with low E bass, A flat with low E bass, C with an A bass. And then from there we'll be going into kind of an instrumental part that's really just like our verse. So if we kind of kept that going, just to kind of try that, because you could kind of take that bass, bass, down, up idea and apply it to your verse. You'd have D minor with the bass, bass, down, up, C, G, A minor, G, A minor, G, G7, and then we're going back into our chorus part. So we could kind of keep that going. We have the C with the bass, bass, down, G slash B, A minor with an A bass, G with low E bass, F with low E bass, A flat with low E bass, C with an A bass, G slash B, A minor with an A bass, G with low E bass, F with low E bass, A flat with low E bass, C with an A bass. Now there are some really cool lead parts through that too, and if you want to kind of play around with this, actually there's this cool little slide through that where you can kind of play high E on the 8th fret and then slide at the 5th fret, which could be kind of cool, you know, just to kind of work George Harrison's part. I'm assuming George played that. But anyway, so you're going to be doing a C note to an A note. And then there's this cool little scale run actually that kind of happens through that part too, where you can play the A string on the 3rd fret, open D, 2 on the D, 3rd on the D, open G, 2nd fret on the G, open B, 1st fret on the B, and then you go back to 2nd fret on the D string, kind of pick that back up with 2 and then 3 on the D, open G, and then 2nd fret on the G, and then there's kind of a lead part where you go to 1st fret on the B string for kind of an A flat note, and then you play 3rd fret on the G string for kind of a B flat note. So all together you're going C, A, oh no, C, but then when we kind of hit that chorus, we got that C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, E, F, G, A flat, B flat. Now something else that kind of occurs to me too, actually working through the tune, actually, is this might be kind of a cool thing to try fingerstyle. And normally if you're doing fingerstyle, if you're interested in that, your thumb kind of plays the E and the A and the D string for your bass notes. Your index finger normally takes the G string, middle finger takes the B string, and the ring finger takes the high E string. And normally we use Spanish abbreviations for these fingers because of classical guitar methods. So thumb is P for pulgar, index is indeso, so that's that makes sense. Medio, middle, so M, that makes sense. Ring finger is A, so if I start saying P-I-M-A, I'm talking about those particular fingers. So one really easy arpeggio, actually, or way to break up the notes with the right hand, is to kind of go thumb, index, middle, ring. So that might be kind of a good place to start, actually, if you're kind of interested in doing it this way. And one cool way to kind of do it would be kind of on the D minor, your thumb would take the D string for your bass. On the C chord, you'd have the A string for your bass. On your G, you've got the low E string bass. So you're following the same bass notes that we were doing before. On the A, you've got the A minor. On the G, you've got the low E string, G7, low E string, F major 7, D string, bar F. So you can kind of play around with it, kind of working that as kind of a thumb, index, middle, ring arpeggio. So we tried that through our next verse. We'd have D minor, C. So you have to kind of do it twice to kind of fill in enough time. G, A minor, G, A minor, G, until we hit that last change, and then you got 1 on the G, 1 on the G7, 1 on the F, and then we'd be going into our chorus part. So we tried that with our chorus. We actually kind of get to do 1 on each one. We got kind of C, G slash B, A minor, G, F, A flat, C, G slash B, A minor, G, really cool tag where you, especially if you're working the bars, actually this could be very cool. But we end up going to an A flat, and then going to the G, and then we go to the G flat, and then we go to an F. And if you're just starting out, actually this could be kind of a cool way to do it. Actually, is just taking that F major 7 shape and kind of sliding it. So if you slide it up for the A flat major, if you slide it back 1 fret randomly, whatever note we're playing on the D string, that's what chord that is. So that would be another way to play G. Down 1 more fret would be a G flat major or an F sharp major, and then down 1 more would kind of be the F major 7. But if you're digging on the bars and you're doing the A flat bar, through that part you may want to think about sliding that shape down 1 fret to G major, and then sliding it down to a 2nd fret bar for a G flat major or F sharp major, and then sliding it down 1 more fret for kind of an F major at the very end. So you may want to kind of think about doing it, and you could do that tag actually with just the down, down, up, up, down, or the down, down, up actually end up halving it. So we'd have A flat, G, G flat, F, and then we do a big C chord at the very, very end. Now if you're doing that with the bass down, up, then you have A flat with a bass, down, up, G flat, down, up, F, bass, down, up, big C. Or if you're kind of digging on the down, 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 up, we'd have down, 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 up, G, down, down, G flat, F, big C. Or if you're digging on the basses, we'd have bass, bass, down, G, bass, bass, down, G flat, F, C. So it's kind of weird. It's almost like one of those Paul McCartney trick endings. So you kind of start out with kind of your chorus the way it was. C, right? We got our C, G/B, A minor, G, F, A flat, but then you go back to F, and then you hit that tag. So we got A flat, G, G flat, F, big C. This is a moment where Paul goes, ha ha ha. And at the very end, actually, then we get to our outro part. And our outro part is actually just a big vamp, or a vampiric moment where we stay on C major forever. And then what we do is we could word that a lot of different ways. We could do it with kind of the down, down, up, with the C chord, down, down, up, down. Or you could do your bass down, up, if you're kind of digging on that bass, down, up, down. Or if you're digging just the downs, you could work it that way, or work it even just down, up, through it could work too. Or you could kind of gravitate that down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Or you could turn that into kind of a bass down, up. Or if you're digging on the down, 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 up, down, 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 down. Or you can turn that into kind of that bass, bass down, down, bass, bass down, down, bass, bass down, down, bass, bass down, down, bass, bass down, A, C, and then kind of big C at the very, very end. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Hello Goodbye by the Beatles. So good luck!